This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.
So what do you smoke on today? I know I gave you a little bit of vape. We could talk about the vape epidemic later, like we were saying.
The vape epidemic. Today I smoked this morning. I actually just smoked a free joint from the weed store. It was trash. But I smoked it because I didn't want to be really high before work. When I go home, I'm going to smoke a sativa. I forget the name of it. But I'm impartial to it, and I'm waiting for something better.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. What did you smoke today?
Not much, just a little Blue Dream. Took like 2 quick pulls out of my bowl and then a couple rips of a vape outside. Probably gonna go home, smoke a little more Blue Dream.
He's still smoking vapes, guys. I'm scared.
I am.
You guys have seen the news. Jack,
yeah, I mean, I believe, if you know where you're getting it from, but there's always exceptions. Shit's always sketchy, but what they say though too is like you can get it from, especially if you're buying even flour on the black market, they say some crazy percentage right now, like 70%, don't quote me on that, but like of all like black market weed is essentially coming from like Mexican cartels, and they're like essentially putting seriously toxic shit on the flour. So like when these like people bust these raids and stuff, they can't even necessarily touch the plants yet. They have to like let them chill because this is how potent this toxicity.
Wow. I bought black market weed. That makes me
No, I do too.
scared as fuck.
But that's my point though. Is like I've been doing that for how long, and I'm cool. Like
but are we cool?
But yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
But that's where I'm not like trying to go get a vape from some like random ass person. Like I got a guy who gave me a vape the other day, and he sells the supplies to make vapes. Or I'll go to the like a legit dispensary, or if it's your friend, you just gotta just trust the source is my most important thing. Like,
Yeah, that's true. And I feel like the one thing about buying weed from these shops is like you can't trust the source unless it's like you said, official one. Most cases, the black market, they're like pulling weed out of big bags and like they don't know where they're getting it from. If you ask the people, they couldn't tell you. The people working there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're on the same page with Chris there. I had Chris on talking about Budtenders, and he's like, because he grows, he's like, man, I sometimes just hate going when they have to smell 10 things to find what I want.
Yeah, and then you're asking people like, questions, and they're not informed. They're just there for the paycheck and like the smoke-free weed, and it's just like, great. But, that's one thing I did kind of appreciate before it was legal. Like I feel like the weed was kind of better too, crazy enough, before it got legal. When you had the medical marijuana card and you would go in these places and like, when you ask for certain stuff, I feel like they would give you more response. Like they have more knowledge. It wasn't just selling weed. It was like, okay, you came in here because you got back pain. This one is good for pain management, But now it's just like, what do you want? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel you. And that's because I think just being more medicinal, they were kind of like that. But to the defense of the Budtenders, the reason why I'm cool with them, even if they're not always the most knowledgeable, is everyone that I've had, for the most part, like 90%, they're just really chill, and they probably really high.
Very true.
Yeah, like, yo, what's up? What do you want? I'm like, let's go. Guys, like, I take this, like, I'm like, all right, that's cool, people chilling. Yeah. But I understand, though, how it's like there should be some type of courses, maybe. I feel so whack saying that. Like,
the courses,
take some courses on, take some weed courses, kid.
And just, even if it's like at the top of the day when they start like, yo, this is what we got on the shelf, these are the properties, that's it. Like some note cards, something. If I had a weed shop, people would be informed, because I feel like when people can form trust with you and see that you have information, that's when they really mess with you. That's when they're going to keep coming back. If you're giving them half-ass knowledge, they're not messing with it, because they can, they can go to a place like Mad Men where they're smiling in your face and all that weird stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Mad Men.
I've never been. It seems like my worst dream. Like I would go in there, everything's super bright, and like it's that weird feeling like, yeah, it's legal, but this is like super like commercialized and it's overpriced. And
yeah, it just kind of reminds me of the Walmart of weed,
Exactly.
And that's where we were talking earlier, like how you like, dealing with smaller brands, smaller businesses. And that, like, I do delivery service. I use Ease a lot, but like when I am going to a dispensary, I want to go to like a little more like like a smaller one, like Smart Weed's really cool. I forget where exactly that is, but like
I have seen that.
it's pretty cool. It's like a little cool vibe. They got artwork on the wall, like Snoop Dogg and like neon lights. Like it's just a cool little vibe, and I get, you know,
a place a smoker would want to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and too, in the fashion district, they have tons of places you can just go smoke up in there. Like there's a lot of the dispensaries I feel like throughout LA you can't just go blaze in. Like a couple of those, forgive me, I don't know the names, but in the fashion district you can go down and they're like, oh, you want a free dab? They have like dab rigs lined up. You can smoke a joint. They're bumping music. So like that's a cool vibe they got going down there.
I do like that, and I experienced it first when I went to San Francisco, like maybe last year, and I was smoking in one of the weed shops, and I was like, man, this is great. My only thing is truly with smoking, I get anxiety. I'm a type of smoker that likes to smoke alone. So if I start my high around too many people, I'm gonna leave, because I can be around people once it's settled, but the initial high, now I need to go talk to myself, figure out how I'm feeling, you know, all that like stoner stuff, and then once I get it together, I can like form conversations with people, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm not as high as I thought. But
No, I feel you. I'm with you. I'm like definitely more of like a smaller group smoker. I love smoking by myself, and I always have too. But yeah, like a lot of times if I'm going to a big party, I don't want to get like too blazed out, or I'm just gonna be like chilling in the corner, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then people think you're weird because you're like standoffish. It's like, no, he's really high.
Yeah.
He's just really high. He's not a jerk.
Yeah, I mean that's where the like sativa can hit you hard sometimes. It's like you get like, I'll like smoke a joint of sativa sometimes, like I feel like going crazy.
This is True Buds, that Mary Jane. Now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.